Council of Ministers meeting held in Ouagadougou on Thursday, April 3, 2025, during an ordinary session from 9 a.m. to 1:43 p.m., under the chairmanship of His Excellency Captain Ibrahim Traoré, President of Faso and President of the Council of Ministers. The Council deliberated on agenda items, heard oral communications, made appointments, and authorized foreign missions. First deliberations, first point. 1. Prime Minister's Office. The Council adopted a decree on the organization, responsibilities, and functioning of the Prime Minister's Office. This decree revises Decree No. 2022-0568/Pres-Trans/PM of August 4, 2022, concerning the organization, responsibilities, and functioning of the Prime Minister's services. The revision aims to address shortcomings observed in the implementation of the aforementioned decree and to incorporate current challenges and priorities. The adoption of this decree enables the Prime Minister's Office to effectively fulfill its mission of coordinating government action. 2.2. Ministry of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources. The Council adopted a report on the results of the 2024 to 2025 National Vaccination Campaign against priority animal diseases. As part of the Agro-Pastoral and Fisheries Offensive, the Ministry of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources launched a special operation offering free or heavily subsidized vaccinations against priority animal diseases for the period 2024 to 2029. The first phase of this vaccination campaign took place nationwide from October 11, 2024 to February 15, 2025. For this campaign, the ministry mobilized 18,224,000 doses of Newcastle disease (ND) vaccine, 6,519,800 doses of Peste des Petits Ruminants (PPR) vaccine, 6,200,000 doses of avian pox (AP) vaccine, 5,421,750 doses of contagious bovine pleuropneumonia (CBPP) vaccine, 118,070 doses of rabies vaccine, 30,000 doses of anthrax (CB) vaccine, 10,000 doses of foot and mouth disease (FMD) vaccine. As of February 15, 2025, the following results were achieved. 2,089,966 cattle vaccinated against CBPP, 3,516,302 small ruminants vaccinated against PPR, 13,747,500 poultry vaccinated against ND, 142,736 poultry vaccinated against avian pox, 70,864 domestic carnivores vaccinated against rabies, 6,070 cattle vaccinated against anthrax, 2,683 animals vaccinated against FMD in 3 regions. The Council congratulated stakeholders on these results and instructed relevant ministers to sustain efforts to improve outcomes in future vaccination campaigns. First 3. Ministry of Economy and Finance. The Council adopted 3 reports: loan agreement ratification, a draft ordinance ratifying the loan agreement signed on December 31, 2024, between Burkina Faso and the Export-Import Bank of China, EXIMBANK, to finance the potable water supply system strengthening project for the cities of Bagre, Dirlaku, Bitu, Tenkodogo, and Garango, PRAPE 4V. Total project cost: 44,082,179,090 CFA francs. Contribution from the National Water and Sanitation Office, YNEA, 4,604,160,374 CFA francs, excluding taxes, duties. Contribution from the Burkina Faso State, 4,342,108,289 CFA francs, excluding taxes, duties. EXIMBANK financing, 35,135,910,427 CFA francs, excluding taxes, duties. Objectives: improve living conditions in target cities by expanding access to potable water. Expected outcomes: construction of a new water treatment plant, 25,000 cubic meters per day capacity. Increased storage capacity by 4,300 cubic meters. Access to potable water for an additional 260,000 people by 2035. Enhanced operational and management capacities for infrastructure. This ordinance ratifies the loan agreement per law number 40-2024/ALT of December 20, 2024, authorizing the government to ratify funding agreements via ordinance. Sovereign Guarantee Authorization, a draft decree authorizing a sovereign guarantee for the West African Development Bank, BOAD, to secure a short-term loan of 15 billion CFA francs for the Société des Fibres Textiles, Sofitex, to partially fund the 2023 to 2024 cotton campaign. The sovereign guarantee amounts to 12 billion CFA francs. This decree regularizes the guarantee and ensures the effective implementation of funding for the cotton campaign. Transit regulations for hazardous strategic materials, a draft decree establishing conditions for the transit of dangerous strategic materials and equipment to from Burkina Faso. Purpose: strengthen supply chain security and combat fraud through stricter import-export controls. 1.4. Ministry of Foreign Affairs, Regional Cooperation, and Burkinabe abroad. The Council approved the nomination of Mr. Ruch Soratana as Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary of the Kingdom of Thailand to Burkina Faso, with residence in Dakar, Senegal. 1.5. Ministry of Public Service, Labor, and Social Protection. The Council adopted a decree revising the Interministerial State Job Directory, RIME, originally established by Decree Number 2019-1111/Press/PM/M FPTPS/MINEFID of November 15, 2019, and amended by Decree Number 2024-0751/Press/PM/MFPTPS/MEFP of June 28, 2024. Revisions: creation, suppression, or renaming of job positions and job families across 8 sectors: economic and financial administration, communication culture and tourism, water, agriculture and environment, education, training and employment promotion, administrative governance, human rights promotion and protection, human and animal health, structural sector. Purpose: ensure the public administration's effective functioning by updating job classifications. 1.6. Ministry of Justice and Human Rights. The Council adopted a decree setting the quota for public administration staff in the entrance exam for the magistracy school, per Organic Law No. 006-2024/ALT of April 26, 2024, amending the statute of the magistracy. The decree operationalizes the recruitment quota for tenured public administration staff seeking entry into the magistracy. 1.7. Ministry of Infrastructure and Accessibility. The Council authorized the use of direct negotiation procedures for public contracts under 2025 specific projects, including construction of the Tarfala Village art structure on RN7, roadworks for access to Pala Hospital, including sanitation, Bama Bridge construction, rehabilitation of RN14 in submersible zones, Dedugu Badala, emergency maintenance of RN05 and Regional Road RR08, paving of access roads in Yagma, Nagrin, and Balkui neighborhoods, toll ticket procurement for the Burkina Faso Road Fund, FSRB. Total cost: 18,948,649,300 CFA francs, taxes included. Funding: State Budget, 1.8. Ministry of Basic Education, Literacy, and Promotion of National Languages. The Council adopted a report on 2025 specific projects, including procurement of goods, services, intellectual services, acquisition of school benches, food, supplies, and construction of temporary classrooms for emergency education. Total cost, 29,679,648,315 CFA francs, taxes included. Funding, State Budget, 29,679,648,315 CFA, and World Bank, 468,009,691 CFA. Second, Oral Communications, 2.1. World Day for Safety and Health at Work, April 28th, and African Day for Occupational Risk Prevention, April 30th. Themes: Revolutionizing Health and Safety, the Role of Artificial Intelligence and Digitalization at Work, JMSST. Occupational Risk Prevention in the Face of Digital Transformation and Technological Changes, Challenges and Adaptation Strategies, JAPRP. Official commemoration in Burkina Faso postponed to May 2, 2025 in Ouagadougou. 2.2. Ministry of Higher Education, Research and Innovation. International Rapid Response Exercise. Burkina Faso's participation in a joint health emergency simulation, April 23 to 25, 2025, Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, organized by Russia's Federal Service for Surveillance on Consumer Rights Protection and Human Well-Being. Visit to Tiangong University, China. A delegation will visit Tianjin, April 6 to 12, 2025, to study China's education system and explore bilateral cooperation in research and training. Tiangong University, founded in 1912, is a multidisciplinary engineering institution with partnerships in 50 countries. 3. Appointments. 3.1. Individual appointments. A. Ministry of Territorial Administration and Mobility. Mr. Kudugu Abel Zongo, Director General of Civil Protection. Mrs. Zalissa Compaore, Chargée d'études. Mrs. Windetoin Edwige Sanou Ouedraogo, Chargé d'études. Mr. Lucien Bassol, Chargé d'études. Mr. Aruna Sawadogo, Chargé d'études. Mr. Fidel Gouem, Permanent Secretary of the National Borders Commission. B. Ministry of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources. Mr. Ole Arno K.A.M., Director General of Rural Economy Promotion. Mr. Dometierke John Herman, A.H.E.N., Director General of Soro Pole SEM, Suru Valley Growth Pole Development Company. Mr. Seni Nikiema, Director of Agro-Pastoral and Fisheries Product Market Development. Mr. Bernard Sawadogo, Regional Director of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources, North. Mr. Lionel Mari Aristide Wendingundi, Yuma, Provincial Director of Agriculture, Animal and Fisheries Resources, Koritenga. Central Ministry of Foreign Affairs. Mrs. Mamu Ouedraogo, Treasurer at Burkina Faso's Embassy in Vienna, Austria. Mrs. Clarisse Virginie Compaore/Concobo, Treasurer at Burkina Faso's Embassy in Pretoria, South Africa. Mr. Leon Kula, Treasurer at Burkina Faso's Embassy in Abidjan, Côte d'Ivoire. Mr. Simeon Bontogo, Treasurer at Burkina Faso's Embassy in Rome, Italy. Mr. Mamoudou Karambiri, Treasurer at Burkina Faso's Embassy in Paris, France. Director Ministry of Public Service, Labor and Social Protection, Mr. Pogbi Felix Kiemtore, Technical Inspector of Services. Mrs. Hatiko Zinsoni Kaulibali, Technical Inspector of Services. Mr. Justin Cyprien Ilbodo, Chargé de Mission. Mr. Ousmane David Zan, Permanent Secretary of the Coordination of Vocational Training Institutions and Public Expertise Promotion, SPCE-FPVEP. Mrs. Bankpal Songta Stella Sylviane Zungrana Sum, Head of the Decent Work Budget Program, cumulatively with her role as Director General of Labor. Regional Directors of Labor and Social Protection, appointed for Boucle du Muhun, Centre-Est, Centre-Nord, Centre-Sud, Haut-Bassin, Sud-West, and Plateau Central regions. E. Ministry of Industry, Commerce, and Handicrafts. Mr. Edouard Kabor, Director General of Faso Rails, Rail Manufacturing and Installation Company. Federal Ministry of Basic Education. Mr. Mamoudou Diallo, Technical Inspector of Services. Ministry of Secondary Education, Vocational and Technical Training. Provincial Directors appointed for Balé, Bam, Banwa, Bazega, Buguriba, Bulgu, Bulkiemde, Ganzurgu, Gurma, Ioba, Kenedugu, Kosi, Kulpelogo, Kuritenga, Kurweogo, Leraba, Lorum, Namentenga, Nayala, Ubritenga, Pasore, Poni, Sangie, Sanmatenga, Seno, Sicily, Suru, Tapoa, Tui, Yatenga, Zero, and Zondoma. Higher Ministry of Higher Education, Research, and Innovation. Mr. Nofo Oedraogo, Director of Technology, Inventions, and Innovation Dissemination. Mrs. Aminata Marie-Simone Amsalet, Loe Traore, Director of Research, Inventions, and Innovation Promotion. First Ministry of Sports, Youth, and Employment. Mr. Kani Nadonki, Director of Institutional Development and Innovation. Mr. Musa Diabate, Regional Director of Sports and Leisure, Sud-West. 3.2 Board Appointments. A. Ministry of Territorial Administration and Mobility, Société de Transport en Commun, Sotraco. State Representatives, Mr. Mahamoudou Zampaligre, Chair, Mr. Saidou D. Ilbudo, Mr. Reguema Alexandre Bonkungu. FBDES Representative, Mr. Laupan Barthélemy Pare, Independent Administrator, Mrs. Karine Karekawesa, Staff Representative, Mr. Camille Martin Congo. B. Ministry of Security, École Nationale de Police, ENP, State Representative, Mr. Nomwande Benoit Uedraogo, replacing Mr. Kutinga Pierre Nitiema. Faculty Representative, Mr. Yiwauga Pascal Uedraogo, replacing Mr. Boniface Dianda. C. Ministry of Sports, Youth, and Employment Fonds National pour la promotion du sport et des loisirs, FNPSL. BYM Representative, Mrs. Angel Ilbodo Obida. Sponsors Representative, Mr. Sumaila Saga, replacing Mr. Pingdwende Gilbert Awedraogo.